Hey guys, hella future Ariana over here. I filmed this video in May, it's July now, so sorry about this. I have just been slacking off and then been in a total just mental rut, so I haven't been editing much videos, but I'm finally getting back into it. So I originally filmed this intro, but then so much happened in the world, so I'm refilming the intro because there's a lot that I want to address. So I know this is a very different background. I'm not in my house. I'm currently dog sitting right now. You guys can go and watch my second reading vlog that I'll upload, and I can kind of take you with me while I'm dog sitting if you guys are interested. But anyway, okay, so this video, haul video, gonna be fun. It's a big haul. I have some books that I bought and some books that I'm borrowing. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. I am enjoying a lot of the books that I did buy. I enjoyed a lot of the books that I did buy. So yeah, cool. Some things that I want to address. First of all, down below, there will be petitions for you guys to sign, links for you guys to find petitions, links for you guys to find places to donate to. I'll have a list of books for you guys to check out. A lot of them are educational, nonfiction books. A lot of them are just books written by Black authors or have Black characters. Anything that celebrates the Black community, I will have all that linked down below. I have a couple of podcasts as well if you're more interested in that. So go ahead and check all of that out. Everyone needs to do their part right now. This is not just a moment, this is happening, and it will keep happening if we do not do our part to support a community that truly needs our help. So in all my succeeding videos, I will have all these links down below. I'll have all these petitions and books listed down below. If you guys have any more suggestions for what I should put in my link description, let me know. I will have everything down below. Go ahead and follow my Instagram. I always post things about what's happening there. I will have my Instagram link down below. So it's very important that we all do our part. Please go to protests if you are able to. Please sign petitions. It takes all of 5 seconds. If you are able to donate, please donate. So yes, do your part, and let's get onto the video. Hey guys, I was just editing my intro and I completely forgot to mention why my background is different in the actual haul video. I did move houses around May, towards the end of May, I think it was. I do have a moving vlog coming soon. I just have 2 hours worth of footage to edit, and I'm super lazy, as I previously established. So it will be coming out soon. I just wanted to clear that up in case anyone was confused. But now I actually have a proper bookshelf and a proper photo wall. So anyway, I just wanted to put it out there super quick that my background is different because I did move. Cool. Okay, so one of the books that I got is called We Should All Be Feminists. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the author's name because I'm going to butcher it completely, but it's a very, very tiny and short book. It's 50 pages long, and it's basically the author's TED Talk, but in book form. So this book, the author talks about feminism in the 21st century and how things have changed, and all about inclusion and awareness and all that fun stuff. So I'm very excited to read this because this is a topic that I want to be more knowledgeable about. I do know a lot about things that I advocate for, but I feel like I don't know enough to truly be an advocate for it, if you know what I mean. So I don't want to go out there in the world and be like, hey, this is what I advocate for, but also I don't know much about it. So I just want to read this book to learn more and just be more knowledgeable on a topic that I care a lot about. So the second book that I got is Silver in the Wood by Emily Tesh. This is the first book in the Green Hollow duology. So obviously there's going to be another book, and I think it's being released this year. So yeah, I got the paperback version, so it looks a lot smaller than the hardbound, but also I'm broke, so that's why we get the paperback versions of most of my books. It's a very short book, so it's a novella. It's 112 pages long, so a very easy read. So there's this wild man, that's what he's described as, who lives in the forest. His name is Tobias, and he's basically bound to this forest. He lives his life in his little cottage and, doesn't dwell on his past and just lives freely in this forest. Green Hollow Hall acquires a new owner, and his name is Henry Silver, and this changes everything. It changes the dynamic, it changes everything. So Tobias's old secrets and his past come back up, and he has to deal with his troubled past and come into terms with a lot of things. So I'm very excited to read that. It seems like a very simple book, but I feel like there's gonna be a lot more to it, because whenever I go into a book thinking it's just a simple book with like a simple plot and it'll be a nice easy read, there's just so much more that's thrown at me. So I'm excited to read this, and I'm excited to see how the author puts all this information in just 112 pages. I love that about novellas. They're either amazing or they're just not good at all, because the author was not able to put everything in this short book. But I'm excited to see how this author is able to put all this information in only 100 pages. So yes. Okay, so the next two books I'm going to talk about together, even though they are not at all related. I'm just trying to save some time, and I'm really not going to give synopsises on these two books. So yeah, anyway. The next two books I got were Thunderhead by Neil Shusterman and The Shadow Glass by Rin Chapeko. So these two are both part of two trilogies that I want to get started. This one is part of the Arc of Scythe trilogy. Hey guys, so I'm editing right now, and I realized that I pronounced it Arc of Scythe, and I also think I pronounced it like that in my May TBR, and I just want to say that I'm literally stupid, and it's pronounced Arc of Scythe? The Arc of Scythe yeah. I'm just stupid, and I don't know how to pronounce it, and for some reason I feel like it's pronounced Scythe, but I'm wrong. So yeah, sorry about that. And this one is part of the Bone Witch trilogy. Like I said, I'm not going to give synopsises on these books because I never read the back cover of books that follow in a series, simply because I haven't even read the first book, so why am I going to read the synopsis of the following books if I don't really know what's happened in the first book? So that's my simple explanation. I really just don't read the synopsises of succeeding books in series. I was so excited to buy this book because look at the cover, it's so pretty. The covers of all the books in this trilogy are really pretty, so I'm excited to pick those up, and these ones are super cool too, like the texture is really nice. So I love the covers of both of these books, and the colors on this book is so pretty too. So yeah, anyway, that's these two books. So the next book that I got is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson. I'm so excited to read this. This is the book I've been wanting to read for the longest time, and I was never required to read it for anything. My school had a horrible English curriculum, and we never read any classics, and we never read a lot of books that most schools require you to read. I think some schools require you to read this, I'm not entirely sure, but my school never required us to read any books. So if you read, it was just out of your own like free will. I feel like I just missed out on so many good books. So yeah, I'm very excited to read this. So if you don't know what this book is about, it's a murder mystery type vibe. Basically, Harriet Wenger goes missing, and her uncle tries to uncover her truth of her disappearance and whatnot. So he hires this journalist, and his name's Michael, and this girl with a dragon tattoo on her back ends up working with Michael to uncover the disappearance of this very wealthy person. But yeah, basically that's what it's about. I'm very excited. I love a good murder mystery, love a good thriller book, so excited to read this one. Also, it's very floppy, which is just so fun. Like when I just hold it, just anyways, that's besides the point. Okay, moving on. Okay, so the next book that I got is Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn, I don't know. She's also the author of Gone Girl, so if you read that, let me know how it is and if it's worth it, because then I will read it as well. But I've heard very good reviews about this book, so that's why I picked it up first before Gone Girl. Okay, so this book is about our main character, Camille, and she's a reporter, and she's sent back to her hometown to cover the story of two preteen girls that had been murdered. So she's back, you know, at her childhood home with a mother she's not close to and a half-sister that she barely knows, and she is finds herself relating to these two teens that had been murdered a little too closely, and she uncovers all these secrets and whatnot. So very excited to read this book. Sounds very interesting. Love a good thriller, so I hope this will be worth my time. It's also a pretty short book, so I feel like I'll get through it pretty quickly. Okay, so the last book that I bought, the rest of the books that I'm going to talk about are books that were given to me, but the last book that I bought is Radio Silence by Alice Osman. So this is a YA novel, and I don't normally read YA novels, but I wanted to sort of give it a go and read some YA books. So I picked this one up because I've heard good things about it. Hey guys, future Ariana again here editing. I just want to say I filmed a synopsis for this book, but I did not get it right. I made major assumptions about this book, and I just recently read it, so I just kind of want to quickly say a proper synopsis, I guess. So basically what happens is it's about this girl. Her name is Frances. She's our main character, and she meets this guy, and his name's Aled, and they become best friends. Aled is the creator of City, which is this podcast, but he doesn't want other people to know this. Frances is also hiding something. So yeah, the story is just about his secrets sort of being uncovered. He goes through major depression, loneliness. Frances goes through some major changes as well. So I initially thought this was some, dumb romance story, but it's not that at all. It literally says it on the back that Frances and Aled do not have any romantic relationship at all. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to briefly give a proper synopsis, because the whole time I was talking, I was just talking oh my gosh, I don't read romance books, and I'm picking up a romance book. It's not a romance book, and it's really good. I really enjoyed it. I ended up giving it 5 stars. So I highly suggest you guys read this. I know it's a haul video, and I'm not supposed to be giving reviews, but I just had to because I'm really mad at my past self for talking crap about this book when it ended up being really good. So yeah, okay. There we go. Back to the video. See you guys in a bit. Okay, so these are all the books that were given to me by my uncle. So apparently I'm an actual dumbass. These were not given to me. These were borrowed. I'm just borrowing these. I think except for one of them is mine to keep, the rest I'm borrowing. So yeah, I'm sorry I'm such a literal dumbass. Okay. I told you it's a lot, so I'll try to go through it as quickly as possible. Just put it down. Okay, so we're gonna start at what's on top. I actually bought this book for him for his birthday. This book obviously is called Bad Blood: Secrets and Lies in a Silicon Valley Startup by John Carreyrou. That's the author. So yeah, it's a nonfiction book. Surprise, surprise, I have more nonfiction books. So yeah, I bought this for him because I know he likes nonfiction books, and I made him read this book, Red Notice: A True Story of High Finance, Murder, and One Man's Fight for Justice by Bill Browder. And I kind of got the same vibes with these 2 books. So he really enjoyed this book, so I got this book for his birthday, and apparently he really liked it. I'm sorry if I'm looking at the back a lot. I know what it's about, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm gonna just, yeah. It's about the CEO, Elizabeth Holmes. She is backed by tons of investors to help in her experiments, yes? She's given all this money to do this big experiment that she says is gonna work, to make this technology that she says is gonna work, and then lo and behold, it doesn't work. It puts a lot of the patients in dangers and leads to misdiagnosis and unnecessary treatments. Holmes and her partner, they try to silence anyone that basically says that the product is not working so that she can keep all the money. Apparently, when my uncle was reading this, he told me that the book changes point of views. So in the first part, it's in the third point of view, talking about basically what happened and all the events that unfolded, and then later on goes into the first point of view of the author, and I guess his role in it or his take on it, I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, that's this book. If you've read it, let me know how it is. I only know one other person that's read this, and they greatly recommended it, so yeah. The next book that he lent me is A Short History of Nearly Everything by Bill Brierson. He lent me this because I am currently reading another book he lent me called The Body, A Guide for Inhabitants by Bill Brierson. And I'm enjoying it a lot. So the body just, you know, it takes you through all the parts of a human body, and as boring as that sounds, his writing is so interesting, and it really like pulls you in to all the facts that are being talked about. So this is basically the history of the earth and how everything came about, I guess. Yeah, I'm looking at like the chapters, and it talks about, yeah, really life and all that fun stuff in the earth and how everything happened, all these theories about it. So I'm excited to read this. My uncle, I think, preferred The Body over this. He said that just this is just more out there, and I don't know, it's very different from The Body. So I'm excited for that. Excited to read it. We'll get there eventually. Nonfiction books, they take a lot out of me because I don't really read them, so we'll get there eventually. So the next book that was given to me is Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl. This is a pretty popular YA book. It's also a movie, and I did watch the movie. I think I watched it twice, and I've been wanting to read the book for the longest time because I love the movie, but I've never gotten around to reading the book. So it follows our main character, who's a senior at his school. His name is Greg Gaines, and he makes these like mediocre films with his kind of friend Earl. So they work for a little bit, but then Greg's mom forces him to become friends with this dying girl, and it just completely changes his life. So yeah, that's what this is about. Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl. The title basically explains what this book is about. I watched the movie, so I kind of know-ish what happens. It's been a while since I watched the movie, but excited to read this. This poor book is not in the best condition, but that's okay. It still has the words on the pages. So the last book that I have on my enormous book haul is The Rooster Bar by John Grisham. When my uncle gave me this book, I just started laughing because John Grisham is my mom's favorite author, and I've only ever read half a book of his. So he wrote these mystery books for young adults, basically, and my mom bought one of them for me because she was so excited. She's like, oh my gosh, you have to read this, my favorite author. So I read like half of it, and then someone spoiled the ending, so I just never finished it. But I'm excited to actually read a John Grisham book because, I mean, I want to see, like, why is my mom so obsessed with him? But I've heard he is the mystery god. You know, just like how Stephen King is the horror god or whatever. I'm excited to read this one. I have no idea what it's about, so I'm just gonna read the back cover and we can figure out what it's about together. So, okay, Mark, Todd, and Zola came to law school to change the world, to make it a better place. But now, as third-year students, these close friends realize they have been duped. They all borrowed heavily to attend a third-tier for-profit law school so mediocre that its graduates rarely pass the bar exam, let alone get jobs. And when they learn that their school is one of a chain owned by a shady New York hedge fund operator who also happens to own a bank specializing in student loans, the three know they have been caught up in the great law school scam. But maybe there's a way out, maybe there's a way to escape their crushing debt, expose the bank and the scam, and make a few bucks in the process. But to do so, they would first have to quit school, and leaving school a few short months before graduation would be completely crazy, right? Well, yes and no. Okay, sounds interesting. Excited. Student debt is a fucking bitch. So excited to read about this. So thank you all for watching this very, 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 very long book haul. Let me know if there are any books that you guys want me to check out. I am always so excited to buy more books. So if you have any book recommendations, let me know and I will 100% buy them if I find them interesting, but normally I'll probably just buy it because I buy books like crazy. That's what I spend all my money on. But yeah, let me know if you have any book recommendations. Let me know what types of videos you guys want to see next. Please subscribe. You know where it is. Just hit the button, give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you all in my next video, I guess. Alrighty, bye!